What's up, guys? Today we're going to zero gap our babyless blade. You can use this technique whether it's your babyless trimmer, whether it's another outliner trimmer that you like to use. The basic steps are all the same. We're going to remove the blade, which is this top blade here, and we're going to use it using a Phillips screwdriver and this little straight tiny screwdriver that we have here. The reason why we're going to remove the blade, we're going to zero gap the blade. And when you zero gap a blade, what it does is it gives you a crispier lining when you're lining up your clients, whether they're African American or they're white or they're Latino. However, when you zero gap your blade, you have to have a light touch. If you are a heavy-handed person, you definitely have to have a light touch when you zero gap your blade. Every barber doesn't like to zero gap it, but that's what we're going to get into. First step is we're going to take the blade off and we're going to unscrew these two screws using our Phillips screwdriver. Once you take it off, you're going to take it, turn it around. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the skinny screwdriver that we have here that I showed you guys. And we're going to loosen up these two screws here. Turn it to the left, like maybe one and a half turns. We're not going to take them completely off, but enough to loosen it. All right, I've loosened them. When you loosen them, the cutting blade, as you see, one a little lopsided there. You can move it. You can move it up. You can move it down. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cutting blade and we're going to move it closer to the top of the combing blade, which is this top blade here. And that's what zero gapping is. It's taking it where it's super below the combing blade and moving the cutting blade closer to the edge of the combing blade. That's zero gapping. You're going to take a cheap mirror that you bought from the beauty supply store for a little bit of nothing. And you're going to push down on the flat surface, which is solid and straight. And it's going to line up the cutting blade with the combing blade. You're going to check it. If it looks like it's pretty straight on the edge, doesn't look like it's overlapping or anything, you have successfully zero gapped your blade. Once it's set, you're going to retighten your two screws. Put your blade back on top of your trimmer. Retighten your screws. You have zero gapped your blade, and sometimes you have to do it more than one time to get it right. You don't always get it on the first try.